those pictures, like the Northern Lights, everybody's seen them, right?
Right.
Just incredible, those colors, the glow in the sky, bucket list stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be amazing to actually see them in person? And I mean, really experience them.
Oh, yeah.
Well, today, that's what we're diving into. We're not just talking about what causes the Aurora Borealis. That's kind of the easy part, right? We're going to figure out how you can see them for yourself. We're going to get you ready to make that happen.
Yeah, what's so cool is that this isn't like, some mystical, magical thing. It's science. We can explain it.
Exactly.
And we're lucky to have researchers like Kevin Brake who are really shedding light on this.
Kevin Brake.
He's really figuring out the how and the when and the where.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's giving us the cheat sheet, right?
He is.
Because there's a lot of information out there.
Yeah.
We're going to make this real. We're going to turn you into a pro. Right? You're going to be ready to book that plane ticket.
Yeah, you're going to be a full-on Aurora chaser by the time this is done.
I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's start with the basics. What causes these crazy lights in the sky?
Okay, so to understand the magic, I'm going to call it magic behind the aurora, we need to talk about the sun.
Okay, the sun.
The sun's always throwing out these tiny little bits of energy called charged particles, and they basically fly through space. It's like this never-ending solar wind.
The solar wind.
Yeah, and when these particles hit our atmosphere...
It's like a stream of particles just heading towards Earth.
Constantly, yeah, like a constant stream. And when those particles hit our atmosphere, that's when we get the light show.
Okay.
Because our atmosphere is made up of all these different gases, right?
Yeah.
And when those charged particles hit the gases, boom, we get these bursts of light, these colors. It's like...
So they're colliding.
They're colliding, exactly. It's like a cosmic dance party up there.
I love that. Okay, hold on. Cosmic dance party.
Like the sun's playing the music.
I'm with you. This is way better than any science class I ever took.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what's happening up there. But I'm guessing that we can't just walk outside.
Right.
Any night of the week and just see them.
Right.
Right. It's not that easy.
It's not quite that easy.
So where do we even begin? If we want to actually see this for ourselves.
Well, that's where Kevin Brake's research is so helpful. And one of his big findings, not surprisingly, is head north.
Okay, head north.
The farther north you go, the better your chances of seeing the lights.
Why is that?
It has to do with the Earth's magnetic field, which I know sounds complicated, but think of it this way.
Okay.
Those charged particles from the sun, they get pulled in towards the Earth's poles. So the best places to see the aurora are those that are way up north, under those poles, places like Tromsø in Norway.
Okay, yeah.
Or Fairbanks, Alaska.
Those are good spots.
Places above the Arctic Circle.
Got it. Okay, so farther north, better chances. What about the time of year, though? Does that make a difference?
It does, and this is key because you could be way up north.
Right.
But if you're there at the wrong time of year, you might miss it. So Kevin Brake found the best time to go is actually during the...
Is it when it's really, really cold?
Well, it can be cold, but the real key is the darkness.
The darkness.
Yeah, so the prime aurora viewing season is actually late fall to early spring.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And that's for two reasons. One, those months have the longest, darkest nights.
Right.
You need those dark skies to actually see the lights.
Of course. That makes sense.
And then the other reason is that's when the sun's activity is higher. So more of those charged particles, more of that cosmic dance party going on.
More action. Okay.
Yeah. More action equals brighter lights.
Okay. I'm getting the picture, but let's say I follow all the advice. I head north in December. I'm all bundled up, looking at the sky. And it's cloudy. Did all that for nothing. What do you do?
Oh, I know. Cloud cover is like the aurora hunter's worst enemy.
It's true. It's true.
You could do everything right and still get unlucky.
So frustrating.
But that's why Kevin Brake is so big on checking those aurora forecasts.
The forecasts.
Yeah, just like you'd check the weather before you go somewhere.
Yeah.
They track solar activity. They predict when and where the aurora will be most visible.
That's amazing. So there's actually forecasts for this.
And even with a good forecast, you got to be patient. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to wait it out.
So patience is key. It's not just like show up and you're guaranteed to see it.
No, it can be a waiting game for sure. But you know what? That's part of the experience. Find a cozy spot, maybe a thermos of hot chocolate, and just enjoy the anticipation.
There's something about that anticipation. Reminds me of years ago, I went stargazing with a friend, and we waited for hours. We were bundled in blankets, just talking and drinking hot chocolate. And, the waiting... It was almost as good as the moment we finally saw the Milky Way.
I love that.
Stretched across the sky. It was faint, but it was just breathtaking. So maybe that's part of it, too.
It's true. There's something magical about witnessing these celestial events, right? Like, it's more than just checking a box off your list.
Yeah.
It makes you feel small, but in a good way,
Totally. So if you're dreaming of seeing the Northern Lights, yeah, figure out the where, the when, but also, like, embrace the experience. Be patient.
Yes.
Enjoy the journey. It's about connecting with nature in a way that we don't do very often.
Oh, you know what else? This is just the science part. We didn't even get into the history and the stories people have told about the lights for centuries.
Oh my gosh, right.
Every culture that's lived with the aurora has their own myths and legends about it.
We're going to have to save that for another deep dive.
I know.
That's a whole
another time
rabbit hole to go down.
Yes.
Well, thanks for joining us as we dove into the world of the Northern Lights. Now go chase those lights. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive. And remember, keep looking up.